Hi guys, welcome to TechFerment. I'm Raj, and in this video I'm going to show you how we can implement Bootstrap in our web pages. So first, what is a Bootstrap? So Bootstrap is a mobile responsive UI toolkit that you can use for creating mobile friendly, responsive web pages or a website. So you just need a basic knowledge of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, like how we can use the classes, IDs, in CSS, and similarly how we can use the JavaScript functionality, just a core basic functionality part. So first, you can install Bootstrap in your web pages in two way. Like you can go for the Node.js. Like if you're working on Node.js, so just you need to install npm module, or you can go for the CDN part. So in Bootstrap, they are providing a predefined classes and the JavaScript functionality that you can easily include in our HTML page. So we have a CSS library. You just need to copy the CSS library, and you can go create a new file, index.html, and then we will create a simple HTML5 starter template, and then we will paste it here. This is a Bootstrap CSS CDN, and also you can copy the JavaScript part. We will paste it here before closing the body tag. Yeah. So that this is how you can use Bootstrap as a CDN in your web pages. So we can create an element, heading element like hello from TechFerment, and save. And I will open this file. Yeah. So the font is completely different than your regular font because we are using Bootstrap. So you can go to the documentations, like, yeah, here you can get the details about the installations. Like right now I'm using Bootstrap CDN. You can use npm modules, or they are providing a sample starter template that you can use, or you can download the compiled CSS or JavaScript file, and then you can easily add in your HTML pages. So in the Bootstrap, so first we use Bootstrap for creating a mobile responsive web page or a website. So for creating a mobile responsive web page or UI or a website, so in the Bootstrap we have a layouts. So we can create layouts in two way. Either we can go for the container or container fluid layout. The website width would be 100%. So I will change the color. So this is a container fluid layout. So container float layout means the width of the website is 100% to the viewport. And similarly, if you're working on container float layout, the width of the website would be around 80%. So green color symbol could be considered as a container layout, and the red color could be considered as a container float layout. So in the Bootstrap, we have a grid system. So first we need to define the layout. So let's suppose, for example, if you open a website like maybe Twitter. So this is a website. So we have a this is a layout. We can this could be layout can be considered as a container layout because the width is around 80%. This is not 100% layout. So I will consider as a this UI. So we have a viewport, means the browser window, and then we need to create a layout. So we will create a layout. Let's suppose is container layout. So in the container layout, we can have multiple rows. So we can create a multiple rows. So let's suppose this is a row 1, and similarly for the row 2. Okay, so each row can have a multiple columns. So in Bootstrap, we can create a column of up to 12 column. So we can create a column, let's suppose column 1, column 2. So we can pass the value of like 1 to 12. So we can total value will be 12. So a one column equal to 12. So we can create, let's suppose I want to create a column, two column in a row. So we need to pass the value 6, 6. Or if I want to create a two column, three column, so we need to pass the value of 3, 4, 4, because 4 into 4 into 4 is equal to 3, 12. So this is how you can go for the Bootstrap grid system. So what we can do, we will go for the Bootstrap again, the layout. So first we will create a layout. So first we will create a div sections, and then in the Bootstrap we have a classes which is predefined in the CSS property. It's a part of grid system. So we will create a container or container layout. So right now I'm creating a container layout, and also I'm create another layout. Let's suppose container fruit layout. So we can add some random text in Laura Clipsum something. Just for the understanding purpose, we will add some classes or a styling. Like we can add a background, maybe red for the understanding purpose, like the container layout. And similarly for red to change to maybe, yeah, this color. Just I will reload this page. So yeah, so this is look like as a container layout, and second one is container fluid layout. So again, like first we need to select the layout like container or container fluid, and each layout can have a multiple rows. So we can create a rows. So what we will do, I will create a row. So first again, we need to create a div sections. For creating a row, we have a predefined classes in Bootstrap, which is a row. Okay, so we can create a row, and inside row we can have a multiple columns. So let's suppose I want to create a column in this row, the column two column. So we need to pass the value of 6 because maximum value would be around 12. So we will create another div sections. This is for the column 1 and this is for the column 2. So for creating a column, we have a class col. So first we need to define the class, and then we have a col class predefined. So we'll add another class for the column. So it is defined as a column, and then we need to pass the value. So in the Bootstrap grid system, if you can go for the documentations like the layout and then grid. So this is a grid system. So they have defined the sizes like we can create a grid system for the mobile devices, tablet, desktop, the large scale displays, and extra large scale display. So we have a classes that we can use for defining a column. So let's suppose I'm working on the mobile devices, so I can use only code class, or we can go for the SM for the tablet, and we can go for the column MD for the medium scale devices. So right now I'm working on medium skills devices, so we can use column of MD. So in the medium scale devices means the laptop size, the column first column value will be 6, and similarly we can add a column value of 6. Maximum we can add up to 12. So I will copy this part again for the UI purpose testing, and we can also add some understanding purpose, like we can add some color. I can change the color, maybe this one, or similarly I can change the color for this. So I will reload this page. Yeah. So in this particular, like we have a container and then we have a row, and in first row we have a two column. So column value is 6 means the equal column, or we can change the value, like maybe this column value is 4 and remaining 12 minus 4 is equal to 8. So we will change the layout is change. Similarly, we can create another row. So we can create another row. Let's suppose I can create a row. So we have to create a row. So we'll use row as a class. And then let's suppose I want to create a three column. So what we will do, we will create a column. So for creating a column, we will use col MD for medium scale devices. For creating a three column, we need to use 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4, equal sizes. So again, we have a three columns, so we will copy, paste, and paste three times. And yeah, so we'll pass the content here for the understanding purpose, like the layouts. And we can also pass the grids for the styling. So we can add some style here, here, and here. So maybe we can change the color for the first column purple, second column maybe to red, and then third is maybe orange. And we'll save and then reload. So we have a container layout, and right now we have a two row. First row the value is around 4 column, and then 8 column, and then second row we have a 3 column. The value is 3 3 not 3 4 4 4 equal to 12. Okay, again you can change the layout, like maybe the first column value will be 6, then remaining we have 12 minus 6 is equal to 6, so we can add a value is 3 and 3. Yeah, this kind of layout you can create. Or you can create a column, maybe you can create another row, so maybe we'll create another row. So again, for row, we will use row as a class, and then for creating a column, we use class, and then we need to pass the device size, the specific. So we can create a column. Let's suppose I want to create a column value of 1. So we can create a column of 1 column value is equal to 12 column we can create. Or you can go for the creating only one column, single column. So you can use it with the help of like colmd 12. Yeah. So again, this is a mobile responsive UI. If you can go to the inspect element by Control Shift I or inspect element. So this is a mobile responsive UI. Like you can do that. And similarly, like if you want to create a nesting kind of grid system, you can add multiple classes. Like for example, what I want to do. So like if you go to the mobile sizes, like each column in the stack form. So what I want to do, like in the mobile size, this is a kind of same I want to implement the property. So in the row 2, so this is a row 2. So we can add a class for the mobile. So in the mobile, the value of the first column will be around 4. And similarly, yeah, so we'll add a 4 like equal sizes for the mobile size, and save and then reload. Yeah, so this is look like as for mobile sizes, the column value is 444, and for the large scale display more than mobile size, the column value is by default uh, MD size like 6 3 and 3. So this is how you can use a grid system in Bootstrap. So if you want to know more about Bootstrap, you can go to the layout section, and then we have a breakpoints, like each breakpoints like for SM class, MD class, and for large scale display, very large scale, or extra large scale display. And similarly, we have a containers that you can use container let. So we have explained container layout, container fluid, or maybe you can use the breakpoint specific container. Or you can go to the grid system where I have already explained you, like we have to create a container. First, we need to select the layout, and then we need to create a row. Or you can create a column of SM. This is a by default. Or you can use this kind of value for creating a column. So now we have like if you are working on also Bootstrap, so like we can do create a like layout with the help of container and grid system. So now we will create another file. Let's suppose I will create a simple portfolio. So I will create an index2.html file, and again I will copy the entire logic. I will paste it here. Okay, so I will remove unnecessary part again. Yeah. So right now what I want to do, I will create a layout. So this is let's suppose this is my web page. I will go for the container layout. So this is my container layout. And what I want to do, let's suppose this is the first row, and this is a second row, or and then last we have a third row. So we will create a simple portfolio. So we can add some image and we can add some text. So here, so this is the only column of maybe column value is 12, or and then we have a section, maybe education kind of sections, like we can do our projects, or you can add some maybe heading and then contact details. You can create this type of layout with the help of Bootstrap. So again, so first we need to create a container layout. So we will create a container layout. First we need to create a div, and then we need to add a layout. For adding a layout, we'll use container. Okay, so then we have a 3 rows. So we can go for the row. So I will add a comment like this is row 1, and we'll create a class, and for defining a row we'll use row as a class. And yeah, so for implementing this part, we will create a column. So we can create a column. So right now we have only one column, so we can create a column of 1 by colmd12. And then we have an image property, so we can add image element. Here we can pass the image, and also we can add some text like TechFerment. Okay, so I will go for that image. So I'll search random image, and yeah, so this is a kind of you can use this URL. It will give you the random images. So I'll copy this path and I will paste it here. Okay, so we can add some paragraph like Lorem. Maybe I will remove this one and I will save, and I will go and I will open this page. Yeah, it's working. So in the Bootstrap, we're also having a like helper class that you can use if you want this content should be in center. So you can add a class, predefined class in Bootstrap like text hyphen center. Yeah, which is in center. Or if you want to check, you can apply the style like background for the testing purpose like this one. Yeah, it's working properly. So this is the image, and then we have a title like user name and then some description, or you can add some social media file. So if you can go to the image section, and then we have a predefined classes like you can use image float class, or you want to create this type of like thumbnails type of, so then you can use this kind of class. Or right now I wanted to use maybe, yeah, so let's suppose I will implement this one. So I will use this class. So yes, yeah, so this is kind of things we can implement. And similarly, in Bootstrap we have, if you can go for the content like table figure layout. Yeah, so we have a helper class that you can use like visibility, positions, and many more. So so right now we are in the content sections. Or if you want to add some margin, so you can use predefined class. So we can use creating a margin. So we'll use M for the margin. I want to implement the margin from the top. So we'll use MT. MT stand for margin top. We can pass the value hyphen up to 5 in Bootstrap. 5 is the maximum. Yeah, so there is a margin. Okay, so now what I will do, so I will remove this part of CSS, this one. Yeah, it's look pretty. And similarly, we can add some margin in the text, like that I want to the space, want some image space. So we'll add margin top from 2, maybe margin bottom from 3, 3, 3, and then space. So rather than using MT my class, you can use my, like margin top and bottom is equal to 3. So you can find the entire details in the Bootstrap documentations again. So yeah, this is kind of simple logic. And now I want to add some button. So we can go to the button sections. So uh, in the component, we have a Bootstrap component that you can use. So if you can go to the components and then button, we have this kind of button you can implement. So let's suppose I want to implement this kind of button, like, so you can add it here, and you maybe change like hire me. I will save and then reload this page. Yeah, it's working properly. So according to UI, so now we have another row. So we will create another row. So I will add a comment. We'll create a row 2. And for creating a row, again, we need to create a div element, and then we need to create a class, and then class the value row. Okay, so like one of the best thing about HTML, we can go for the nesting. Like in the paragraph, we can add another anchored link, and similarly in the grid system, we can add in the container we can create a row and then column, and inside column we can create another container. So what we will do, so first we will create a column of 12, and then is inside this column we will create another like container layout or container fluid layout, and then we will create a row. Maybe we can change the color of row. Green is stand for the row, and then we can uh, yeah, this is green for the row and pink is for the column, so we can create a column, this kind of things. So yes, we will implement this one. So again, first we have created a row, and then we need to create a column. So right now, first orange color is column of one value, like single column. So we'll use 12, and inside this single column, we can create a container. So I will create a container. So we'll add container layout. So we'll add div element and then class container as a layout, and then we can create a row. So you can create a row with the help of this, and then we have a 3 columns. So we can create a column. So we can add div, and again for passing a value. So for right now we have a 3 column. So we'll pass the value is 4, and here again I will copy, paste, and paste. And similarly, in the 3 column, so we'll add some random text, so we can use logarithms. So I will copy this logic, I will paste it here, and similarly for the here, and I will save and just reload this page. Yeah, it's working properly. So we have our first row and then second row. Second row have a container layout, and inside container we have a 3 columns. So what I want to do, so I will add some, for understanding purpose, I will change the color, background color. So I also here implement the style property for understanding. So maybe we can change the color up to, yeah, this one. So this is a row. Inside we have a column, one column, and then we have a container. So in this row we can add some padding. So I want to apply some padding. So we'll use p as a class, and then padding from top, and then value is maximum 5. So we can add some padding here. So there is a padding, we can do that. Or I want to implement padding from bottom. So similarly we can do that, p 5. Or rather than using this one, you can go for p by means top and bottom. I will add p by 5. Yeah, and again, like you can add some heading in before the column. So this is a container layout. So before in the container layout here, you can add some maybe heading like projects, save, and then reload. Yeah, so this is the project section. Again, I want to like this heading should be in center, so we need to use text hyphen center as a class. Save and then reload. Yeah, it's working. Okay, So again, so it's working properly. I will remove the helper styling part, and yeah, it's working properly. Now, what I want to do in the UI, like we have to create another row, and column value is one, means a single column. So this is a row two. So here we will create a row three, and we will create a row with the help of row class. And then we have single column. So we'll create another div element. We'll add a class ulmd-12, and maybe here maybe you can add contact, and then we can add a paragraph and then Laura Plipson. If you want, I will just save and then I will reload. Yeah, it's working. Now again, this content should be in the center. We use text hyphen center class, save and then reload. Okay, so here you can add some icons. Maybe you can do that. Okay, so in the Bootstrap we have a like components. So if you can go to the component sections, you can implement this kind of things use easily. So let's first we will go for the cards. So you can create this kind of card. So you just need to copy the code and alter the logic. So what I want to do, I will copy this card. I will copy this logic, and I will implement this card section here. So that rather than writing this paragraph element, I will paste it. Uh, I will paste here the card. That code we just copy from the part. So this is a card. Yeah. So this is a card. Right now we have applied a style. We can remove this style part and just reload this page. Yeah, it's working properly. And similarly, we will copy this part and we will replace in the column 2, and similarly here, and paste it here. It's working properly. So this is how you can use Bootstrap. They are providing lots of components, like you can use card carousels, like slider kind of things, or you can create a buttons. So these are the classes that you can use, or maybe you can create a modal or navigations like navigations bar. So you can do that, or like you can create a button groups, or you can create a alert kind of things. You can easily, you just need to copy the code. Maybe you want to implement alert kind of here inside the row one. So this is a row one, this is a button. Here I will paste it, and yeah, so this is a kind of, and again this here you can add some margin. So we'll use my-5 for the margin. So yeah, so this is how you can use Bootstrap. You just need to copy the code, the components, and then you can customize the component according to your need. Or they are providing a navigations bar, so like nav bar. Also you can use nav bar. So this is a simple nav bar. You just need to copy the code, and nav bar before, uh, like before the container, you can copy and paste it here. So this is an app bar easily. And again, this is a layout, is a responsive layout. So yeah, it's working properly. Okay, so this is all about Bootstrap. It's a simple, you just need to copy the code from the Bootstrap component, and you can alter the code, and there is a lot of classes within a Bootstrap. You just need to explore the documentations, and that's it. And like if within a like 50 or like 40 minutes, we can create a highly responsive UI in easy way. So this is all about the Bootstrap. You can create a mobile responsive pages with the help of Bootstrap. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Twitter handler, and see you in the next video. And thank you so much.